Hello students, myself Mohammad Ramis. I welcome you all on behalf of Saraswat International Academy. My subject is social science and today we are going to start with a new chapter that is natural resources. So as the name of the chapter, natural resources, we'll first understand what is the meaning of natural and what is the meaning of resources. So basically natural means that is anything which is gifted to us by the nature, anything which is given to us by nature. And resource means anything which is helpful to us, that is a resource. Okay, so you all are hearing me right now by the medium of phone or laptop, but that is a man-made resource. Natural resource are the resources which we get directly from the nature and it helps us in our daily life. For example, air, water, sunlight, coal, petroleum are the examples of natural resources. So now we will see the first point. Human needs can be satisfied partially or completely through resources. There are thousands of elements in the nature, but we cannot call all of them resources. These elements can be called resources only when these are utilized by man through his specialized knowledge and expertise. So here as it is said in the first point that some of human needs are directly satisfied by nature. For example, we can get fruits from trees by which we can satisfy our needs or by which we can satisfy our need of food. But some of the resources cannot be used by us directly. We have to convert that resources into usable form by using human expertise and skill. For examples, trees are natural resources. Then we do cut the trees and use its wood by converting it into the furniture. So for the conversion of woods into furniture, human skills are needed. So natural resources are basically the resources which we get from the nature in a raw form, and then human skills and expertise are needed to convert that raw form into the usable manner. Now the second point. In other words, the things on which the man is dependent, human needs can be fulfilled by them, and man has the physical and intellectual capacity to utilize them can be called as resources. So resources are things which are used by human beings to satisfy its wants, and humans do convert these natural resources into usable form by using its skill and knowledge. Third point, in this way anything which is useful to fulfill the human needs becomes a resource. This we have seen in the starting that anything which is helpful to the human being is a resource. Now the fourth point, in ancient times man did not know about the minerals buried within the land, so these were not resources at that time. But today these are extremely useful due to their utility and the developed techniques of mining. The natural resources should have both the virtues of utility and capability to work. So, the resources are made of the interaction of the three elements, that is nature, man, and culture. So as it is said in the point that before time humans were not aware of mining, so it was not considered as resource at that time. But now humans have discovered new technology and get useful thing from the beneath of the soil, for example petroleum, coal, etc. So now that becomes a resource, and we are getting this petroleum coal from the beneath of the soil by using the human skill and talent. We have used such technology to extract that resources from the beneath of the soil. So basically the point is that human skill and talent knowledge is required to convert the raw things of nature into usable manner, and then it is considered as a resource. Now we will see the uses of resources. Resources are useful to us in many ways. We learn about its role gradually at every stage of human life. All activities from agriculture to industries ultimately depend on natural resources. So, as we have discussed the example earlier about natural resources, air, water, sunlight, petroleum, coal, these are the different natural resources which we use in our day to day life. If you talk about agriculture sector, then agriculture sector basically require a soil, fertile soil and water for the production of the crops, and both this soil and water are natural resources. Now let us know more about it. Resource as food. Various food requirements of man are complied by various resources. Fruits grown naturally. Various crops obtained through agriculture. Milk and its products and meat obtained from domestic animals. Fish and aquatic animals from reservoirs. Honey prepared by honeybees, etc., are used as food items. So, here in this paragraph, the different food resources are discussed which we do consume in our daily life. For example, fruits, the crops, milk and its products, meat obtained from domestic animals, fish and aquatic animals, honey which is prepared by honeybees. These are the different examples of food resources. Next is resource as a source of raw material. Various goods obtained from forest, agro products, wool, hides. Hides means skin of an animal, and meat available from animals, mineral ores, etc., form the raw material for many industries. So industries do their finished production by using the raw materials, and that raw materials they are getting from the nature. For example, here it is given that forest, agro products, wool, the mineral ores, these are the different resources which help the industry to make the different products which are used by us. Sources as energy resources. We use coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. as fuel in industries as well as domestic fuel. We all know that coal, petroleum are the natural resources, and these resources are used by the industries as an energy resource for doing the production in their industry. And we also do use petrol, diesel, CNG for our daily transportation. Besides, energy can be generated through solar insolation, wind, sea waves, tides and ebbs, and waterfalls, etc. So, these are the different non conventional energy resources. We all know that solar panel, windmills, and hydel power is used for generating electricity. So, in this slide, we have seen the resources which are used by us as food, and the resources which are used as raw material by the industries for doing the final production, and the resources like coal, petroleum, which are used as an energy resources by us. So till now we have discussed what is natural resources and what are the uses of natural resources. Now we will discuss the types of resources. Resources are classified as follows. First, on the basis of ownership. Second, on the basis of reavailability. Third, on the basis of distribution centers. Students, each of this type is asked for 2 marks in the examination. We will discuss the first type, that is on the basis of ownership. You can see the table given in that columns are of ownership, detail and example. We will discuss this table horizontally. First we will discuss all the details of individual resource, then national resource, and then global resources. So let's start with the individual resources. You can see in detail owned by an individual or a family. An example is given, land and building. So you can say that individual resources are those resources which are owned by an individual and can't be accessed by someone else. These are also called as a private resources because an individual purchases it. For example, having a private vehicle or land or home which is used by that individual only who have purchased it. Now the second, national resources. In details you can see owned by a country or a region. An example is given, army and international trade. So all the resources which are under the control of state government or central government are known as national resources. For example, army, it is given in the book. Railways are also one of the example. Forests. These are the different examples of national resources. Now the third one, global resources. It is also known as international resources. In details, you can see all physical or non-physical resources which are used for human welfare. Example is given, resources of common ownership of all nations of the world. So international resources means the resources which belong to all the countries of the world. For example, ocean, sun, these are the resources which are accessible by the different countries of the world. Now we will learn the types of resources on the basis of their distribution. Now you can see in the slide that they have classified it in four types. First, universal resource. Second, generally available resource. Third, rare resource. And fourth, solitary resource. We will learn all this one by one. First, we will discuss about universal resource. Details, you can see that useful gases in the atmosphere. An example, oxygen and nitrogen. So here the universal resource means the resources which are available and accessible at all the places. The gases, you can see the oxygen, nitrogen, which are accessible at every place. So these are the universal resource. Second, generally available resource. So you can see in detail that this kind of resource are easily available at every place. Example, you can see land, soil, water, pasture land. Pasture land means the land which are used by animals for grazing. Third is rare resource. Rare itself means the uncommon and scarce. So these resources will be available at limited places only. You can see the example of it. Minerals like coal, petroleum, copper, gold, uranium, etc. These are the resources which are found at limited places. Fourth, solitary resource. Details, you can say minerals available only at one or two places in the world. So that's why it is known as a solitary resource. These are the resources which are found at only one or two places in the world. Example, you can see chrolite, which is available only in Greenland. Chrolite is a rare mineral which is found only in Greenland. And Greenland is located between the Arctic and Atlantic Ocean and is the world's largest island. So chrolite is found over there only, and it is an example of solitary resource. Now we will learn the types of resource on the basis of re-availability. We studied types of resource on the basis of ownership and distribution. Resources can be classified by other methods also, wherein this can be classified into two types as renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources, that is also called as inexhaustible resources. Some resources reproduce themselves as per their usage during a specific time. So it means that renewable resources is a resource which can be used repeatedly and it is replaced naturally. And these resources, in other words, are also called as inexhaustible resource, means never ending resource. For example, solar insolation, wind, birds, animals, bioresources, etc. These are called renewable resource. Now we will see the non-renewable resource. Other name of non-renewable resource is exhaustible resource. Those resources which cannot be reused once they are used, or they cannot be reproduced or cannot be reformed in near future. So this kind of resource cannot be regenerated easily in near future. Example, you can see mineral coal, natural gas, petroleum, etc. come under this category. So till now we have studied what is natural resources, uses of natural resources and its types. Here we end up our today's session. Goodbye. Stay safe. Thanks.